broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atif Kamran, and I am signing in from London. First of all, thank you very much for coming on to this webinar today. Last week, we couldn't do this webinar because we were in Dubai with our leaders group from the President Club. And you might have heard this before, and I tried to send this email information to all the leaders last week for the cancellation of last Sunday's webinar. But we are back, and it's great to see a number of people here today on this webinar. First of all, congratulations and thanks for coming on to the webinar. And as I do every week, is to explain that this webinar is for our existing members. This is not for the new members or new prospects of SiteTalk or Unaico, because we don't talk about the basic information about the business and stuff on this webinar. This is for the information and training purpose for our existing business associates. And as I can see that originally this webinar was designed for our Arabic-speaking countries, for the Middle East, for Egypt, for Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Kuwait, and all these countries surrounding it. But I have seen over the past few weeks that there are a number of people from different countries who don't even speak Arabic. They also join us on this webinar, which is fantastic. It's probably because I do this webinar in English, and then it's been translated in Arabic, and some leaders obviously can pick up my part of the webinar, and they think it's good to join this webinar for information purpose, which is fantastic. Now, today's webinar is going to be a short and sweet webinar because we have a few updates coming ahead in next couple of days and weeks, which you will get eventually. But this webinar for today, I want to pass on few important training messages, actually, which are quite vital in building your business, and especially they are very important in building a network marketing business. I will start with the update from our trip in Dubai. You might be able to see my screen now, and on this screen you can see this group of leaders standing in a group with the SiteTalk Leaders banner in front. So we had this trip from 10th to 14th of March 2012, just last week actually. And you can see there's a mixed group. We have leaders from Asia, we have leaders from Europe, and they all came together and celebrated and enjoyed this 4 days trip in Dubai. This trip was designed for two purposes, okay? And the purpose number one was, without any priority in the queue, the first purpose was to celebrate the success all the leaders had, okay? Because in network marketing, in this business, we work really hard. We work harder than anybody else in any other industry to build our business. And once our leaders achieve success, it is wise and it's recommended to have some time off sometimes and enjoy our success. So I created this trip for that purpose solely, so that people could enjoy their success and obviously get together at a place where they can share their knowledge and experience and skill and what they have felt over the past few months and years while building this business with people from other markets, other countries. So that's why I connected leaders from different countries onto this trip, in fact. And together on this trip, we also had Mr. Dan Anderson, who joined us. He traveled all the way from United Kingdom to come and join us on this trip. And also we had Rune Evanson, who is the CEO of Unaico. He also came along to join this trip, which was like fantastic to see that we had people from the management as well as the people from the network. We also had our GM from Pakistan, Mr. Mahbub Shah, representing the corporate side of the business. the second purpose, that was the first purpose, that we enjoy our success and celebrate it. And the second purpose we held this trip was for very high level trainings, okay? And training not only in words, but training in practice, all right? And let me explain how we did that, in fact. The place we are standing right now, as you can see in this picture, behind us is this beautiful building. This is just only part of the building. It's only like 1/5 of the building you can see, because we are on the side of the building and it's kind of spread across. This place where we are standing right now is called the Palm Beach. Okay, I don't know how much you know about Dubai, but Dubai has built this world's biggest man-made island. Okay, they reclaimed land from the sea by pumping tons and tons and tons of sand into the sea, and build the level of the ground up to the surface. And they made this little island, which is called artificial man-made island, and this is the biggest island in the world. And if you see this from the sky, you will see a picture of a palm tree. Okay, palm tree is very famous and readily available all parts of Arab world, especially in all the deserts. Okay, and the branches of the palms are spread on either side of the tree quite beautifully. So this is how they build this island. So from the sky, when you see this, you will see a palm tree. And around the palm tree, they build a kind of semicircle arch. And this point we are standing right now, we are standing on that semicircle arch. Okay, and behind us is the building. This is called the Atlantis. This is like one of the most famous luxury 5-star hotels in the world. And I would seriously say this is one of the best 5-star hotels I've ever been to. I've traveled so many countries in the world. I've traveled so many continents, and I've stayed in hundreds of hotels globally in different countries. But this is one of the best hotels I've ever stayed in. So we chose this hotel to stay and celebrate this 4 days trip. And the place we are standing, if you can see our feet, you see a road beneath our feet, but the reality is that we are standing on water. Okay, if you came to this place like 10 years ago, this was a sea. Okay, this was water, but what they have done is they reclaimed land and built this island, and we can stand on this island now, and people can build buildings on this island, and we kind of slept on one of the building on this island, which was not possible, which was impossible like 10 years ago, because this was sea, all right, this was water. So why I explain this all to you is because the part of our trip, as I said, the second important purpose of the trip was trainings, okay, trainings in practice. So the message behind this whole concept of staying in this hotel was that there is nothing in this world which is impossible. Okay, because if 10 years ago we came to this place right now where we are standing in this picture, it was impossible to stand because it was water, all right? But today we are standing on that place. So that means what was impossible 10 years ago, it is possible today, all right? And what does that mean? More to that is that one person's dream can make so many things, because there was one person, obviously there was one person first who dreamt that we should build this island. Okay, and first of all, that was his dream, that was his idea, and then probably he would have went to speak to a couple of other people. Look guys, I want to build an island in the sea. And some people would have said, oh, you are crazy, you know, it's not possible. It's never been done in the world before. How could you do that? And then he said, well, it's never been done in the world, but I want to do it. So he went on maybe and spoke to some other people, and some people would have said, well, it's a great idea. I'm not sure if we can do it, but let's do it. All right. And he would have went on and spoke to some more people, and some people would have said, well, it's a great idea, let's do it. Right. So this is how that one person who first dreamt of this idea of building this island and luxury hotels and everything on top. He started speaking with people, and some people get along with him, and then they started building this island. And now today is completed, it's finished, and people have their luxury villas and houses on it, and luxury 5 stars and everything there, right? And today is possible. Now people, when they go to this place and visit, they say, wow, this is just fantastic, this is great, that was a good idea, you know. The people who go and visit to that place now. But what about those people 10 years ago who said, I'm not sure this is going to work? Okay, same human beings, some of the human beings said it's not possible, but now when it's done, when it's accomplished, when it's ready, now people say, wow, fantastic, great idea. You know, this is how we live our life, okay? This is how we build our business. When I started building my network marketing business with Unaico-SiteTalk, and there were so many people at start, they said, wow, this is not possible, it's not, I don't think so it's going to work. You're going to spoil your time. And I'm sure that would have happened with all of you, all right? All of you started this business a few months ago, a few years ago. There would be so many other people who would have said to you, no, this is not possible, all right? And today, when I built my huge business, I have like downline of a huge number of people, millions of people across the world, different countries, different continents. Now people, when I look at me and my business, they say, wow, Atif is lucky. Now it's great, fantastic, good idea. See the difference? But between your dream and making your dream become reality, okay, there is a journey to make. When you dream of something, for example, when this guy who dreamt of building this Palm Island in Dubai, when he dreamt at that time, and today when it's accomplished, there was a journey to make. There were many things he had to do. There were many challenges. There were many skeptic people. There were many sacrifices he had to make. Okay, and today, because he kept making those sacrifices, he kept going over those challenges. That is why today his dream became reality. Imagine if after starting this project, like maybe like 8-10 years ago, whenever he started, all right, after starting this project, when there were one challenge and second challenge and third challenge and fourth and fifth and 10th and 20th challenge, if he would have given up, if he would have said, oh no, this is difficult, it's so many things, or it's not working, etc., etc., then it would not be possible today, all right? But because he went on, because he did not stop on any of those challenges, today he made it so. And when he today made it, everybody praise him, okay? Everybody praise him. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this webinar today. One most important thing, which is that whenever you dream of something, you can achieve it. But bigger the dream you have, more sacrifices you have to make. More difficult it will be. More challenges will come in your way. Bigger the dream is. If you want to change your life, it will be very difficult thing to do in life, okay? The question I want to ask is that, do you have what it takes? Are you ready to do it, okay? Do you really want to do it? This is the main question. There are so many people in this world. There are 7 billion people in this world living today. Every single one of them want to become successful. Every single one of the 7 billion people want to have lots of money. But the reality is that how many people could ever have that money, or could ever achieve that lifestyle, could ever achieve that success? How many? Few handful people. Why? Have you ever wondered why? Why not every single person in this world become rich? Okay? Every single person wants to become rich, right? But why not? Everybody becomes rich. Is it because of opportunity? Well, there are opportunities around. SiteTalk Unaico is one of them. There are millions of opportunity in the world. Okay, you can run your own business, you can open your own shop, you can go and find a job, you can do anything. There's so many different ways. Obviously, network marketing is one of the fastest way, but there are so many ways to change your life. It's not that there is no opportunity. All right. The major hurdle, the major challenge, the major thing which is stopping you to do that is you yourself, because we have reservations, we have fears in our mind. We think, oh my God, if I do this, what if I don't become successful? Oh no, this is too hard. Oh no, that person said it's not good. Oh my God, I'm alone. People are not listening to me. All these kind of things are challenges on your way. All these kind of things. All right. And these challenges come in every single person's life. All right. While I was standing on this palm, basically practically standing on a sea, on water, okay, I was thinking like that when this guy who had a dream about building this palm, was it easy for that person to build this dream? No, it was not easy. I have seen, I'm quite fond of watching this National Geographic. This is one of the TV channels you can tune into in your TV. One day I was traveling in one country probably, and I saw this program, Making of Palm Island. Okay, if you ever try to go find online, maybe you can find some sort of video there from National Geographic. It's Making of Palm Island, Dubai. All right, and you will see how many problems, how many challenges came on the way. All right, and if it was an ordinary person, he would have given up million times in this project. But this guy who built this, they did not give up. Okay, this team did not give up. They carried on building this, and that's why today this is a huge success in the world. Everybody look at this and say, "Wow, fantastic, great, beautiful." You know, so the lesson is that become a person who makes things happen. All right, don't sit back and watch things happening. All right, there are two type of people. I was listening to one of this big guy. I was big trainer in personal development, and that phrase kind of stuck in my mind. And he said there we can divide people in this world into two groups. Number one, who make things happen, right? Just like this guy, this guy who built this Palm Island and this Hotel Atlantis and so many other things, luxury villas on this palm. Okay, these are people who make things happen. And the second group of people who watch things happening, other rest of the world. Okay, other people, wow, fantastic, great idea, but they don't have courage to do something of their own. This applies to our business, 100%. When we start this business, it is difficult. Nobody says it's going to be easy. It's going to be the hardest thing in your life, right? But the prize you receive at the end of the tunnel after completing your journey is amazing, right? Look at all these guys in this picture, all right? All these leaders from different countries, successful leaders, they are successful at their different level of success, all right? All these successful people, when they started this business, what do you think? Was it easy for them? No. They have traveled. They have traveled a lot, day and night, 24/7. Sometimes they slept only 1-2 hours a day. They had to go through a lot of pain. They have traveled in sun, in heat, sweating. Okay, working with their blood and sweat, building this business. Today, when they can afford staying in this luxury 5-star hotel, one night rent for the room in this hotel is more than the average salary in Dubai. Okay, we were staying in this hotel, and we all kind of very proud of what we have achieved. And when we asked someone that what is the average salary in Dubai, and we were amazed to hear that what we pay for one night in this hotel, an average worker in Dubai is quite good country, right? It's like not bad salary levels, quite good salary levels. But even though one night rent of this hotel we stayed in Atlantis was more than the average salary of a worker in Dubai. And we were just amazed that we reached to the level that we can spend in one night just for rent that an average worker working for 30 days from 9 to 5 every single day, and then they can able to earn that much amount of money. Right? So the lesson of this only one little talk is that there's nothing impossible in this world. Okay, everything is possible. Whatever you dream of is possible, and it is achievable. But you have to give a lot of sacrifices. You have to work really hard and honestly hard. Okay, I meet some people in my team, some leaders. Okay, and they're not like leaders, but kind of they like to call themselves leaders. They tell me how hard they are working. Well, you don't have to tell me how hard you're working. Well, your results will tell you, right? Have I ever told you how hard I worked? If I haven't even told you in the webinars that how hard I worked, maybe that's just for inspiration. And that's only maybe 1%, 2% of the real hard work I put into this business, because I can't explain everything to you on this webinar, right? But if I ever told you how hard I work, it's just for the inspiration, all right? So you don't have to tell me how hard you work. Your results will prove it. The bigger business you build, obviously, that's directly connected with how hard you work. So the question is that you will only work hard when you have a burning desire, when the goal you have, the dream you have to achieve, is that what you really want in life. Because the journey to success is going to be the most difficult thing you will ever do in your life. All right? It'll be the most difficult thing you'll ever do in your life. So if you have a burning desire, you will achieve that success, and you will pass over all the challenges and obstacles come in your way. But if your burning desire is small, if the urge to achieve your dreams is small, you will give up so many times, and you will never be able to achieve that. All right. So that's one big message I wanted to get across. So this was just part of that this trip. This was one message of this trip, which I just explained to you. And we have done so many activities during this trip. We went on to the top floor where any human can go to visit the tallest building in the world. It's called Burj Khalifa. That's in Dubai. All right. We went on 124 floors, all right, of that building, and there are more floors above that, but this is where the spectators can go. So we went on there, and one of the team leaders, while we were going up, he said a beautiful thing which I really wanted to share with you. Is he looked at this tower. When you are close to that tower, and when you want to see the top of that tower standing outside at the bottom, and when you lift your head up, if you're wearing a hat, your hat will fall off, because you have to tilt your head so much that your hat will fall off your head. All right, that high that tower is. It's just amazing. And one of my leaders, he said a very beautiful thing. He said, I asked him, he was looking at the tower like keenly, and I asked him, what are you looking at? And he said, well, beautiful thing, beautiful project, okay, an amazing success they have achieved by building this tallest building in this world. But what I am really looking at is that when I look at the top of that tower, there is much empty space even above that tower, okay? And that was beautiful thing he said. He said that there is still more space above that tower. That means someone can build another tower higher than this one. All right? And I tell you one thing, in the next couple of years, that will happen. That will happen. Some other country, some other nation will build a tower which is higher than this one, taller than this one. Okay? So what he really meant to say, that in life, when you want to achieve something and you look up and you say, wow, these are all successful people up there, there is always a place on top of the top. You can make your own place. But in order to get there, how many sacrifices you have to make, how much hard work you have to do, you know that. Or probably you don't know, all right? And you will only come to know when you actually do it. So we went on to the tower, then we watched the musical fountain, which is inspired by the Las Vegas musical fountain in the world. And then we went on a helicopter ride of Dubai. We went on the safari trip with this 4x4 Land Cruisers, and they took us in the desert, and we went out and we spent the evening in a camp in desert, and they built like a nice place for everybody to come around in the middle of desert, middle of nowhere. And they had nice food there, and belly dancing, quite nice. All right, then we also went to the world's only 7-star hotel. There are many 5-star hotels across the world, but there's one hotel in Dubai which is a 7-star hotel. So we also went there to have our afternoon tea, and it was just beautiful place. And I can't even explain. Imagine when you go to a 5-star, you say, wow, okay? And when you add 2 more stars on it, 7-star, and that's the world's only 7-star hotel in Dubai. The luxury there was just amazing. I have no words to explain the experience of going to that 7-star hotel called Burj Al Arab. Okay, we've been there, and we went to the water park, and some of our leaders swim with dolphins. Okay, that was a great experience, and we have nice dinners and nice chatting and nice team building thing. So it was just amazing trip. I can't put everything of that trip in words for you, but we are working on a little video of that trip, and very soon the video is ready. We're going to put up on our President Club website, and you will be able to see that video, and you will see that what sort of activities we have done and how we enjoyed our trip. I wish if more of you would have been able to come along, but this trip was only restricted for senior executives and above. So hopefully next time you'll be able to achieve that level, and you can come along onto this trip, and it will be just amazing. All right. So that's kind of all from me on about this trip. Next week we'll have more information which we'll share with you. Now a little bit more about the Unaico back office. You can see that on the picture here. There are many announcements going on these days, and you probably have looked at all of them. One of the important thing is that now you can convert your merits into the OFCs. Okay, because one merit is €2, and if you have 500 merits, you can convert them into 500 OFCs. Okay, so that's kind of amazing offer for you. And by the way, the OFC's price went up 0.5%. This Saturday, the last Saturday, which has just gone. So which is another good news. And there's so many new information coming through gradually. It's all about SiteTalk development, SiteTalk 2.0, and SiteTalk deals being launched. And there are major announcement and launches during our global convention in Hungary, in Budapest, on 12th of May. I would suggest all of you, if you're serious about this business, really want to do this, you should come along and join that launch event in Hungary, in Budapest, so that you can get the information firsthand, and the motivation and the excitement you can get out of that trip will become fuel for your business and for your success. So that's kind of all from me for this webinar today. It was, as I said at the start, I will keep it short and sweet, and I hope that you have learned one important message which I really want to give on this webinar today, and that is that nothing is impossible in this world. Okay, the right pronunciation of impossible is not impossible, but I am possible. Okay, if you spell correctly of impossible is IMPOSSIBLE. So if you kind of break it down, the first I and M of impossible, if you put it on one side, then it becomes I am possible. So this is the motto of my life, that there is nothing in this world which is impossible. Everything is I am possible, only if you really want to. If you did not achieve the results you really wanted to achieve in your life, the responsibility lies in your hand. Okay, you know what better you have done, or what worse you have done, or probably you could have done better. All right. So that's all kind of from my side, and thank you very much for attending today's webinar. We could not do the Arabic translation today because probably my interpreter from English into Arabic had some technical challenges on his computer, so he couldn't arrive. That's why I carried on to do in English. But next week probably we'll have him back, and we do that in English and Arabic as usual. So I shall see you next week, same time. Probably. All right, hold on a minute. There's little challenge. There's little challenge for our next week webinar. I think next week we will not be able to do this webinar again because it's 25th of March and I am traveling to Pakistan. We have this training going on there in Pakistan called Oxford program training, and it's called the Entrepreneurs Masterclass. So if you want to know more about this training, you can log into your back office. I have sent an email to all the Unaico, all the President Club members yesterday with a video link for that training. And if you want to know more about this training, or if you're living in Pakistan or traveling to Pakistan and want to buy the tickets for this training, you can go to your back office and you can go to Unaico shop, okay, as you can see on the screen maybe. And if you scroll down Unaico shop, you'll be able to see this training. The Oxford program Powerhouse. It's a one-day training, all right, by the training director of Oxford program, Mr. Dan Anderson. And this training is about how to become an entrepreneur, okay? So it's all about entrepreneurial skills in your life. The price for this training is €149, and you also get 149 BVs in your network for the bonuses and stuff, which is quite interesting. And so if you are logging into this webinar from Pakistan, then you know about this training already. And I would urge that bring as many people as you can, because this is going to be once in a lifetime opportunity. But if you're not from Pakistan, or you can also look at this training, and maybe very soon we'll be replicating this training program, the Entrepreneur Success System, into different markets. Okay, so we are launching this in Pakistan as a pilot project, as a test project, and hopefully that we'll have a good success, and then we'll be able to launch in other markets too. So so next week I will be in Pakistan, and we'll have training the whole day on 25th of March. So next Sunday we will not be able to do this webinar again. So 25th of March is off, and the next webinar we will do is going to be the 1st of April. Okay, so the 1st of April is going to be next this Arabic webinar. So you can explain that to all your downlines to come and join us on the 1st of April. So that's all from my side today, and thank you very much for coming, and I'm looking forward to see you on the 1st of April. So until then, look after yourself, take care, and goodbye. This is Atif Kamran, and I'm signing out.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.